Good morning, Cass High School. Today we're going to do our laptop checks, but first we're going to talk about some reminders. First one is if you haven't signed up for my course, please do so. Once you sign up for the media course, there's the access code right there. On the media course, you will find anything laptop information. This is where you're going to find your how-to videos, the Media Center website. There's your SRI reading link to take your SRI test. Anything that pertains to the Media Center policies, how to access the databases and ebooks, you'll find there. There's the access code again. The next reminder is, let me look at my post-it note here. No loaning your laptop out. Every student is assigned a laptop, and everybody has a laptop for the most part. If you're a new student and you don't have one has not been issued for you, you need to come see me to get a form. Once you return that signed, I will get you a laptop issued to you as soon as possible. All are responsible for those laptops. That's why you sign the form. If something happens to it when you've loaned it to another student, then you are ultimately responsible for that laptop. The next reminder is software. Students should not be installing any kind of software on their laptops. Examples are Steam, which is that gaming software, the VPNs. They all break board policy, and you're not supposed to have that software installed on your computer. And the last reminder is about your chargers. Let me go get them. When you get your charger, or when you got your charger at the beginning of the year, it had your lovely name on it. It should still have your name on it. When you return it and it does not have your name on it at the end of the year, then I will realize that you borrowed somebody else's and you will owe me a laptop, or you will be charged for a laptop charger, because it should have your name still on it, on that nice little label at the end of the year when you turn it in. If your label is missing, then I will assume that you borrowed somebody's charger and you will be charged the $50 to replace the charger. So FYI, you should have this pretty blue label. It's actually a white label with the blue barcode cover over it. But that should be on your charger at the end of the year when you turn it in, or you will be charged. Anyway, getting back to the chargers, we've had a lot of chargers recently. I've had to exchange them. We need to make sure that when we wrap the charger up to put it back in our bags, that we need to make sure that we aren't making it go like this, that we need to actually, the easiest thing to do is to take your finger and loop it so you have a nice little loop, so it's nice and loose, because I'm going to show you in just a second what will happen. And then that's how you need to wrap it up. So you need to make sure you have like a nice little loop right here, and that's how you should wrap up your charger before you put it back in your bag. Because if you don't, if you do it real tight like that, what will eventually happen is, I got the wrong one, this will happen. It will break. It will wear down, and it will eventually turn out like this. If this happens, then obviously it won't work anymore and we have to exchange it. I will exchange it one time. After that, you will charge it, because I have told y'all now how to wrap up your charger so that this does not happen. You need to take care of these. They're expensive. I forgot one more reminder. Laptops. when you are taking your laptop, carrying your laptop around, you don't need to walk with it open because you could trip and fall, and of course it'll break and dent and all that nice stuff. You need to carry it closed like this, preferably with 2 hands. Also, I've seen a lot of screens that have started detaching, and the screens won't work anymore because somebody's been walking around like this with it. Well, eventually that's going to give, and the screen's going to detach from the control center, and it won't work anymore, and then we have to send it off and get it fixed. So please, carrying it around like this, it's a nice piece of equipment that's been basically given to you. Please take care of it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is our laptop check. So every student should have one of these. It should have your name on it, right there, your advisement teacher, and then I can't do this backwards, and then your student ID number. So the first thing that we're going to check is that you have all your items with you. Hopefully you do, but I understand if you don't today because I forgot to remind everybody. But you should still have all these items. You should have your charger with your name on it. So your charger, your duck head, and then also your extender. This one's kind of gross, but this is the extender part that attaches to your charger. So hopefully it doesn't look this disgusting, but anyway, you should have your charger, your extender, and your duck head. I know there were some 9th grade classes, and I still got to get those to you, that did not have, I ran out of duck heads, so I will get those to you as soon as possible. But anyway, the next thing, you should have a case. That's the black thing. That covers your laptop. You have one of these on your laptop, and you should still have that. The next thing is your bag. Your bag, it has your actual barcode number on it. Your bag tag. This has your name on it. So you know this bag belongs to you. So if you have all these items, you can mark yes. If you're missing anything, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Those 9th grade classes, the ones that if I did not issue you a duck head, if you don't mind, write duck head on there, and I will get those to you as soon as possible. The next thing we're going to check is the barcodes on your laptop. So you have 3 important labels that are supposed to be on your laptop. Trying to get the case off so you can see it. And these laptops need to stay on all year long because this laptop was assigned to you. So the first label is right here. This is the CAS-HI barcode. And then it'll either be, and these may be on the bottom of your laptop, and that's fine also, but you should have them. And then also your name and your advisor and your ID. Then on the bottom, and those other two may be right down here with those, and that's fine. Then you have your asset tag number. And most of them start with an SRG and then the 4 digits. So they should all these should be on your laptop, and when you turn it in at the end of the year, they should still be on your laptop. So the next thing we're going to check, you're going to check yes if you have all of the barcodes on your laptop. The next one, and if you don't have these barcodes on there, I am going to charge you because we have to have these. These are important things that need to be on your laptop. The next thing we're going to check is your CAS-HI barcode. So if you look real close, right there, see, this one has a 30577 and then da-da-da-da. The most important number that we're going to look at is the number that starts with an 8. So your barcode, and we put it right there, it should match. So you should be, if I have 80612 on your sheet of paper, that number right there should be 80612. If it is not, put no, check off no, and then write clearly and legibly the number that is there. And if you're confused, write the whole thing and I'll figure it out. But that's the main number that we need, is that 8. It starts with an 8. And it's 5 digits. The next number that you need to check is your asset tag, and that's this SRG number. Whoop, right there. So that number right there. So on your sheet, it should say SRG, and then it'll have 4 numbers. Those numbers should match. If they don't, put no, and then clearly and legibly write down what those numbers are. Okay? And then the next thing is, obviously we're going to check to see if our screen works. And if your screen works, there's no lines up and down. There's no splatter and then it's shattered. So it should look just nice and clear like this. You shouldn't be having any problems. If it works, put yes. Okay? So the next thing is, some of y'all had some issues with the red dot not going away at the beginning of the year. And then after we fixed it, some of y'all couldn't log in at home. If you still cannot log in at home, put no, and I will get that fixed. Because when I get these lovely sheets, I'm going to look at them, and whatever issues we're going to have, I will look for you and get your laptop and get it fixed. So if you're still having problems logging in at home, put no. Also, if you're having problems logging in onto your Wi-Fi at home, put no on there also. So the next thing is your lockdown browser with Schoology. So many of you are already using Schoology and with the lockdown browser. If you are still having problems with your, can't use this one. If you're still having problems with your lockdown browser where it's not, you're getting an error message that you have to sign off on something, or it's just not working and your teacher's having to turn off the lockdown browser for you to be able to take the test, mark no so we can get that fixed. So none of y'all should have any problems with the lockdown browser, but if you do, like I had one yesterday, it was saying that the lockdown browser wasn't there. We'll have to get hers fixed, but I told her to mark no when we do the laptop check. And then the last thing that we're going to do is I need you to check your computer to see if you have the 2016 DRC Insight, and that's for testing. And I'm going to actually flip the screen over and do a screenshot to show you which icon that you need to have for the DRC for the milestone testing. So, okay, so the next thing that I wanted you to check to see if you have the DRC Insight online assessment. This is the one that you have to have, and you may have 2 different icons, but this is the one that you need to have on your computer, and it should say 2016 DRC Insight Online Assessment. Some of you may have one that says DRC Insight Assessments. That's not the one that we want. So don't look for that. You have to specifically look for 2016 DRC Insight. If you have that, please check mark. If you don't, put it that you're missing it. Just put no, you don't have it, and we will get it taken care of. Okay, so just to recap on some things, just the reminders. If you haven't signed up for my Schoology class, where all the videos are, here is the access code. So please sign up, because that's where you'll find all the how-tos on how to access everything like that. So the next thing is activating your office. If you haven't already, you need to do so. And there's on the Schoology, there is a way to show you. There's a video on how to activate your office. Let's see. I gotta look at my post-it notes. No loaning out your laptop. Don't carry your laptop the wrong way. Carry it closed. One other thing I forgot to say. Try not to shut things in your laptop. Like, don't put your phone in it. Don't put a pencil in there. Even a piece of paper sometimes. Because the screens are fragile and they can break. I know this probably looks a little dorky, but it's the only way I could think of to get everything out and everything covered that y'all need to have. Give these back to your teacher. Your advisor will ask for these, and then advisors, please turn these in to me at the end of goal period or sometime today. Thank you.